Yeah, failed.
Hi guys, Willie here. We have Hawaii Volcano Squad, we have Squibload, and we have Mouse Toes, and Oklahoma Prepper keeps falling in and out. He's having issues, so hopefully he'll be able to join us pretty quickly. I hope everybody's doing all right this week. My headache's kind of ramped a little bit the last few days, so. Hey Sky, hey Woodsman, hey Wee Tree, Jay Waddison 69. Yeah, buddy. All right, and everybody else is out there that I don't see.
I see
So,
Skywarp.
yeah.
Skywarp. Ah, the man with a hinderer. He's got some great hinderers.
Oklahoma says he's got technical difficulties. Oklahoma, you are the guts of our chat, dude. We need you. We love you.
Yeah, we need you. We need you. Like Chelsea says, Gigi, I need you. I need you.
Oh.
Yeah. That just melts my heart.
Yep.
All right. Closing that other sheet down. Maybe they're starting.
Hey, Yankee. Hi, Yankee 4.
Trying like a big
Is that
external.
you?
Can you hear me?
My external.
Yeah, I heard
Yes.
you. I heard you. All right, man. Success.
Okay, try Oklahoma. Pick up your cord and hold your microphone part closer. I'm wondering if your beard is interfering with that. Because if you could get a headset like I've got without that, I think it might help with your audio.
I have one.
Okay.
Well, it's working now.
Can't hear you. A little bit. You're way down in a well.
I turned him up all the way just now, so we'll see.
I'm busy.
Hey, Living. SKS, you go. Shut the front door. Mojo Bo.
Hey, Mojo Bo, Yankee 4. Hello, everyone. Good to see you
What's
all.
up, everybody? Well,
BC Truck
Well,
Rebuild, Repair, and Repurchase. JW says, twist the plug in the connector, Oklahoma.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yay!
Hot dog.
Loud and clear.
I went and bought me a new headset and it's crap.
No, it sounds good.
No, I'm on my other one that doesn't hardly work. I went and bought me a new headset yesterday and it's not working.
And you're doing this on your phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's got to be the phone.
Are you
Well,
using,
I'm on the other phone now.
Are you using mic on the earbuds or using the mic on the phone?
Earbuds.
Okay, when I use the mic on my earbuds, depending on who's logged on the Hangout, I'll get echoes sometimes. It's real weird.
yeah.
2 or 3 people on and no echo, and then the next day I'll go on a Hangout and there'll be 2 or 3 other people, and I'll definitely get an echo. And they always go, "It's me," and I don't know, maybe it is. So
Well, this is supposed to be for a PlayStation 4, but they don't make anything corded for your phones anymore. So it was either this or nothing.
yeah, I don't think there is like a micro USB headset. You could probably get a micro USB to USB adapter, maybe.
There's Bluetooth, but it won't work over chat.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that interfere with it too.
Anyways, all right. So today is a free-for-all chat, I'm assuming.
Yep. Hey, V-Borg. Good to see
Rumor
you.
has it.
I'm assuming that, I guess that everybody that's in chat is going to ask us questions if they want to know anything, and we're going to try to stay off the crotch-rot subject today, I guess.
Thank you.
You just took all the fun away.
Hi, guys.
That was an in-depth, deep discussion, I'll have you know.
So no trolling, no profanity, no crotch rot, no jock itch.
There we go.
What's that leave? Nose picking?
No fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, I got my neem oil in today. It's
Awesome.
around your plants to keep little mites off, or fungi, or bacteria.
fun guy.
So, you're a fungi?
I'm a fun guy.
I believe it.
Maybe you could fill water balloons full of water and neem oil and throw it at that deer, Squib.
That's a good idea.
Well, I'm ready because I've got some peaches on an old peach tree. Gosh, I don't know how old that thing is, but it looks old. And I've also got what looks like a bit of blight or something trying to come on my wild grape leaves. So I want to get that taken care of. So I think I got it just in time.
Good.
I got my neem oil in, my neem oil.
Yes, excellent.
It's neem oil, I thought. N-E-E-M. Is that?
It is.
Put a little
It's just
squirt of dishwashing liquid in there, not Dawn, and then that'll help it stick too.
Oh, okay. And
then you shake it each time, with your water. Yes, not in the heat of the sun.
During the day because it'll burn it.
Right, it can. And now I've got technical difficulties. I didn't even try to do an emoji. And now underneath where I would type "say something," I have this big thing of emojis being a pain in my patookus from it.
Mojo Bo, you're on Steemit? Okay, I am. I'm under Oily's Humble Home. BC, you subbed me. BC Truck is on there as BC Truck. Then the Oklahoma Prepper's on there as Oklahoma Prepper.
The Oklahoma Prepper.
The Oklahoma Prepper. And then Hawaii Volcano Squad's on there as Volcano Squad.
Yeah, Hawaii was too many letters.
I have Oklahoma Preppers and Hawaii Volcano Squad and my Steemit links down below in the description. Then if somebody finds me over there, they can find BC Trucks on there because I'm sub to him. Weed Tree Bonsai, I'm sub to her over there. And Hawaii Volcano Squad. And Yankee 4 is over there as Yankee. Tell me what it is again that you go by over there. Because I'm having a brain issue right now because my head's thumping. Solar Paradise, I believe.
Solar
right?
Paradise?
Hidden New Mythmith that just not here yet, Squib. He's come.
Yeah, he'll come, but we just had to have an excuse for Mouse Toes to say Hidden New Mythmith.
I was just reading what Squib wrote in the external. It's like, he's not here yet.
So,
All right.
if you guys have a prepping subject that you want us to discuss, just bring it up in the side chat, or if any of the panelists have anything. For my preps this week, I got in the newest version of the book by the survival medicine by Dr. Bones and Nurse Amy from Doom and Bloom.
Oh.
Yeah, they have a lot of information, guys. If you're wanting to learn medical stuff, you need to go over to Doom and Bloom on YouTube's website. Go over there, check them out. They have extensive, even if you don't buy their medical kit, which is what our next chat's going to be about, not next week, but the week after, because I'm going to be gone next Thursday. So no chat next Thursday. We're going to do medical kits, and we'll probably break that down. So it'll be several different, like one will be on trauma, one will be on like dental care, one will be on eye care, and, kind of break those down a little bit. Meshed a couple of those together. But kind of chop, plug. John said he has the medical down. Chop, plug. Thanks, Mojo Bo. Hey, Living Frugal, good to see you. Okay, yeah, and his is Frugal and Prepping on Steemit. Living Frugal and Prepping is just Frugal and Prepping. on Steemit, so you'll have to check his out.
Yeah, Greg, if you've got a link to your site, go ahead and put it in the chat. Or you can send it to me and I'll put it in the chat for you.
Hey, Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking. Good to see you. Great to have you over here.
Yeah, if there's anybody that I can follow on, that I should be following on Steemit, like post a link somewhere. So.
Well, if they don't have a wrench, they can't post a link, but they can find us in our links, and then they can let us know on one of our blogs or something that that's who they are if they don't go by the same name.
Yeah, I'm still, messing around with Steemit, and I haven't really figured out how the feeds work or anything yet. And I still am not sure what the difference is between Steam Dollar, Steam Power, Steam, and whatever else they have, or an SBD or whatever. But
well, if you have just straight Steam, that's like investing in the actual blockchain itself, from what I understand. But the SBD, that's, I don't know. It is really confusing. It is confusing.
yeah, so I'm just still doing my Genesis mining account. Every day it adds a little bit. I think I'm up to a hundredth of a Bitcoin and 200ths of an Ether coin.
Woo!
Yeah, but it adds like a little, about a thousandth of in change of a coin every day with my hash power. So yeah, I guess in a year it'll amount to something, but it depends obviously what all those coins are going to be worth. Yeah.
And my third prep is Spectricide, I believe is what it's called. It, you can spray, and it's very antibacterial. It's one of the things that Dr. Bones and Nurse Amy recommends for sterilizing, like surfaces and stuff. Try to, like in a survival situation, make it a little better. And
opposed to Lysol?
I also found out I can use my pressure cooker. Basically, it's like an autoclave to sterilize instruments.
Stop it, Oily. That's radical. I was going to say, she doesn't mean that, Spectricide.
I have a little bit. I've got scorpions and spiders.
Woo!
So I keep it on hand.
Yeah. We have both black widows and brown recluses here, so we have to watch that. But yeah, I mean, that's basically what an autoclave is if you think about it. So they said you can use a pressure cooker or your pressure canner.
That's great. And we got the rack at the bottom, so.
Yeah, so why not? And then you can get that autoclave tape, the autoclave medical tape. Expensive, but it's worth it, to wrap your stuff in, because that still works in the autoclave.
Oh,
perfect. And one of the tips that they gave is make sure, like, if you sterilize scissors or any kind of clamps or anything, make sure you put them in the open position when you're sterilizing them.
Oh, duh, yeah, and that would be easy to do, right? Closed. It's little common sense things that you wouldn't remember. Sounds like something dumb to remind you of, but
doesn't just is it good enough to like just soak your instruments in just isopropyl alcohol, sterilize them, or is that not good enough?
I mean, if you don't have any other choice, then that's an option. If it's something like 90%, but it's really better.
How about Jack Daniels? I just got a new bottle of Jack Daniels. Is that what?
If you're in the movie Deadwood, right, have them bite on a bullet, pour some Jack in the wound, and then have at it with a rusty needle. Right, bite on a horse's bridle.
Dr. Jack, man. They call Dr. Jack.
But they go in their video, in a lot of their videos, they'll go over different sterilization techniques for using in emergency situations and stuff, and he'll even talk you through medical procedures if you can't get to a doctor. I mean, you guys really need to make sure and check out their channel. It really is amazing.
And they make it
I can't wait.
interesting, and they're short. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
they
need
do.
to find like a how to use Jack Daniels in a medical situation video.
He talks about alcohol and what percentage and all of that stuff, but even drinking alcohol. But he also said that using that, I think insecticide is what it's called, to clean the instruments really well, and then using one of those ultraviolet lights,
Mm-hmm.
UV, actually killed 99.99999% of bacteria on instruments when they tested it.
Wow.
But he said he would still recommend the autoclave or pressure cooker over that. But, you know, if you needed to, if you didn't have another way, you could do that.
How about soaking in bleach? Does that work?
It does, but then you're dealing with a lot of the major chemical issues and stuff. But yes, you can do that.
Yeah, you rinse it off after, obviously. But well, I just said I don't think most people are going to be performing like surgery or anything, you know. And
Well,
You could be.
At least stitches.
If somebody's
Yep.
got a bullet lodged in somewhere and it's going to have to come out, or it's going to get infected or something, you know.
Or you slash
Yeah.
yourself open with your axe.
Yeah, I watched that Alone. Is anybody watching that Alone series?
Love it.
Last year, remember the lady that split down to her cut her tendon
Oh,
from splitting wood? I'm like,
Yes.
okay, if I have to do that, if I have to make kindling, I'm gonna make something to hold that kindling so my hand isn't anywhere near it while I'm splitting it. Because
That's right.
I mean, when you're out that far, you don't have any.
yeah, for
Anyhow.
kindling, you use a knife, not an axe. If you know, I mean, I never used an axe to make kindling. I always use my camp knife, and it's a lot safer.
in their case, it's from big things. Yeah, so they use an axe. They all do.
Yeah.
But
that's the
yeah,
whole
when I
problem with
watched
those
that Oily,
Or
it was
Hatchet.
mind blowing. Hatchet, yeah.
with
Not a
those
big
TV
ass.
shows. With those TV shows, it's just people do crazy things and get put in situations that they, you know, where they do dangerous
really
things.
ready
You know,
for it.
I mean,
I would
No.
never do that. I don't have enough survival kind of experience and stuff at this point. But I can watch. You know, it's easy to watch and
Yes.
see the mistakes that they make. But when you're in that, like the guy last year whose ferro rod goes into the fire and he couldn't find it, and so he
I was
rewinds.
gut wrenching.
Yeah, I felt awful for him.
it's like, yeah, but people put themselves in these situations that they should never put themselves in just because it's a TV show, and it's just like,
No, in this case, these are very experienced survivalists. The first year, remember,
Nevertheless.
was all YouTubers. No, they do outstanding. They have limited things they can bring. This is the most informed show. They're out there as their own camera person. This is very, very different. And, you know, like we talked about last week, you know, in my area, I can use the kind of deer fence I do because I don't have pigs, wild boar. But every area is different. So they manage in the area they live in to go on long survival trips. Instead, they're somewhere else where it's cold, rainy, and limited food, and you watch them really adapt. And I think it's the best show on television.
it may be good TV, but it's you know, all that Naked and Afraid stuff. It's like, you know, it's people doing things that they, you know, taking risks that they should never take. You know?
But it's not Naked and Afraid. This is totally different. Naked and Afraid is just silly. I don't enjoy that either. But this one's these are you've never heard about the YouTubers who were on there?
You know, I watched a few Alones, but after a while, it was just, you know, it just seemed like people putting themselves intentionally in a dangerous situation. You know,
They did
And-
good. I
and
liked
that-
it how many women do it too. But that one, when she sliced her hand, you're tired, you're cold, you're wet. And yeah,
Yeah.
you could see that coming, and I was like, oh,
When
yo,
you're
yo.
doing kindling, find a log, put your piece of kindling that you're gonna split
Yes.
on it, and then, you know, do it that way. Don't don't try to hold it and then have the sharp blade coming down towards your
Yes.
hand through kindling, you know? Think about these people. It just, it's just like, and then I still see people doing that now on the
Yep.
show, even after that happened last year. I'm like, why are you doing that? I
Yep.
mean,
Joe, he's Canadian. He's a YouTuber, and I think he was on alone. I never watch. I don't have cable. I have internet, and I watch everything on Netflix or YouTube or whatever. But Joe Robinette Bushcraft, he's a YouTuber, and he's from Canada.
he died.
I think what?
And
He
bushcraving,
died
yep.
suddenly,
Yeah. He's dead.
like a month or two ago. Yeah, his
Yeah.
child posted on his Facebook page. Yeah, it was just a very sudden thing. I don't know what happened.
Joe Robinette, I think I'm subscribed to his YouTube channel. Okay.
Subscribed to all of them from last year. But yeah. Yep. I hated that. But yeah.
At some point in your life, you realize that you know more. A lot of more of your friends and family have passed on than you have friends and family that are still alive, and you're just closer to the end than to the beginning. You know.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
60. It's freaking over. Yep.
It's not over, but you're closer to the end than the beginning. That's all.
Darn
And, you know.
Skippy. I don't want to live to be 120. First, I can't afford it.
Hey, I'm wishing it was my last day, but then I look at pictures of my granddaughter or hear her say Gigi, and I'm like, no.
Yes.
Well,
Hey, Hidden.
wouldn't you like to skip out on a very large credit card bill or something by dying? You know.
I don't have credit
No.
cards.
I'm dying with good credit. That's how I roll.
Dying pays off all debts. Shakespeare said that.
No, my kids
Death
would
pays all of your debts.
My kids would inherit them if they wanted to inherit my house. But I don't have credit cards.
is here. Hidden new myth has come. Oily.
Hidden's here. Hidden's here. Yay, yay, yay. And Urban Survival and Prepping's here.
Woot.
Glad to see Dan.
So is everybody prepping for North Korea?
Well, that's crazy.
God.
Yeah, like
So
how many
irritating.
people?
This guy is nuts. He's nuts.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the only thing keeping him from being nuked is Donald Trump's self-control.
Yeah.
I think it's time to drop the bomb, but
Well, but there's a million things that go along with that. One's aimed at Seoul. It just doesn't work, but it's been ignored for too long. But yeah, that little short bleeper is just too much. It's just mind-blowing. Yeah, I don't worry about that, but just...
you have to know which way the wind is blowing so all the nuclear fallout doesn't, hit Seoul. Either that or use the neutron bomb and just, no, that way there won't be any...
North Korea has them pointed at South Korea.
Well, they have their all conventional artillery pointed at South Korea. They don't even need nuclear weapons, so it's just a question of, there's 10 million people that live in Seoul, and they'd all have to be evacuated, which is just imagine 10 million people trying to get out of a city all at the same time.
Listen, they can't, and I'll let Mad Dog Mattis take care of that, and all we can do is be as prepared as we can for EMP, or, the other option is what, California gets wiped off the map? Right?
Well, my parents are in California. If they can hit any, that ICBM can, I don't know if they could reach the mainland, and then it can hit any place in Washington, they could hit Seattle.
I could have sworn it was Joe Robinette that passed.
Oh, wait a minute. Are we declaring people dead that aren't?
Prematurely?
It's like when they said an ABC when that lunatic tried to assassinate Reagan and he shot Brady. His press secretary Brady was pronounced dead by ABC. And then the reporter came on and said, wait, why can't we get the freaking story right? Because he's not dead, you know? After they reported him dead. And the reporter, the news anchor was so pissed at whoever told him to read that.
I'm pretty sure it was Joe Robinette.
Right, well, somebody find out who died. I know my accountant passed away, but as far as bushcrafters, he wasn't no bushcrafter. He was a fighter pilot before he became an accountant.
I'm looking on Facebook, so.
All right, maybe somebody in the external can figure out who died in the bushcrafting community. If you think it was Joe Robinette or not.
I'm pretty sure, because that's the face that I was thinking about whenever I.
Oh boy.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
let me kind of update you guys on my week, how my week's been. I volunteered to lay in a ant bed for an hour. That was horrible.
I'm sorry, you volunteered to do what?
Lay in an ant bed.
Lay in fire ants?
Yes.
Were you drinking
what the hell
heavily?
for?
I was changing an O2 sensor on a platinum F-150 platinum, and it just so happened I didn't realize that I was laying in an ant bed, and I kept feeling something crawling in my hair, like on my head. It literally felt like I had head lice, and I could feel something crawling over my chest and my back. And I looked at my arms and shoulders, and I didn't see anything. And 10 minutes later, I realized there was ants all over me. And make sure when you guys go to change an O2 sensor, you're either getting paid really good for it or it's your own, because that is miserable. I worked on it and finally got it. I started working on it Monday. And finally got it finished yesterday.
On a truck? You're working on a truck?
Yeah, the O2 sensor on a F-150 Platinum 4x4.
No, I'm mechanically inept. I just take my car to the mechanic, and if it needs to be fixed, they do it.
So
I
how
just drive
bad
them.
did you get eaten up?
I have bites all over me, and I'm not happy about it.
Have
The
you
only
used
thing
any
that-
oils to stop the pain?
I used Vicks.
You used what?
Vicks.
Vicks.
Vicks
Oh,
vapor. It helps to ease the pain and the itch.
so everybody around you's nose is running now.
But yeah, so that's how my week's been.
Ouch.
Horrible.
I have a bad reaction to them, and I think where I live in India means fire ant. And if one just bites my toe, it swells up like a pencil eraser. And I put the tea tree oil on it. Hurts like heck. Because what happens is they're real interesting. They all get on you, and one gives the signal to bite, and then they all bite. It's like, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I remember the first time I ever stepped in a fire ant hill. I was out fishing in a creek, and I was getting ready to cast, and I felt my entire foot and leg, get hot. Like, what in the world? And I looked down, and my foot and ankle was covered in fire ants.
Wow.
And I didn't really realize, but it felt like it was getting hot.
Yes.
Like I've never.
And yet you didn't feel them crawl on you. They are sneaky.
So you just spray your foot. You spray your foot with Raid, basically.
Ew. Okay, no, ow. Make sure it's facing your foot, not your face. Oh God.
Tree posted Amdro. I do not mess with that fire ants. Um,
There are
that's
fire ants in Hawaii. They're
me.
invasive species.
I go straight for the throat. I get gasoline. Gasoline.
Now I do that with carpenter bees. Or what? No, not what's the ones that live in the ground? Yellow jackets.
Yellow jackets.
Ground hornet.
That's the only one I do that with.
You want to know the natural enemy of the yellow jacket?
Yes.
The skunk.
Ew.
Believe it or not. Oh, skunks are cute. And
With his
by the way,
nose.
well, yeah, they get in there.
I'd rather have yellow jackets.
Oh, pouring gasoline on a fire ant hill is the way we handle them in North Carolina. So.
Gotcha. But yeah, I didn't think about the skunk. His nose is perfect for that, and he's not bothered. It's
We
like
have a
what, the
fire
king
ant.
snake who's not bothered by the cottonmouth bite and can eat their eggs.
We have fire ant invasion in Hawaii, but I think Hawaii is so anti-fossil fuel that they probably wouldn't allow that.
Yeah.
Helga said, you're right, skunks
Considering the
are
islands.
And Faith gives a good one. A paste of meat tenderizer works wonder, Oklahoma. Mix just enough water to make a paste, lay it on there, and it draws out the poison for the ants. I shut the front door.
Oh,
Powdered alum.
The after effects really don't bother me. It's the initial steam. So, I mean, I just cannot stand them.
It leaves welts, and then you get little blisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid. Don't have them up here in Michigan. It's something I don't miss about being down south.
Maybe I'm going to move to Michigan. To heck with all this, I'm moving to Alaska.
No, Alaska's too cold. Move up here, nothing happens.
Bears.
You don't have to worry about no wildfires, none of that junk up here.
Bears.
I'm a firefighter. I have to worry about wildfires everywhere. In fact, Monday, whenever I got into Wichita Falls, we had got into town, and I saw heavy smoke coming from a neighborhood. So we decided, we're going to go check it out because, as you can see, I'm a firefighter. And sure enough, we found the house, and I got there right as the first engine got on scene. So I ended up helping them fight fire, helping them drag hose and changing out their Scott packs and everything. So I managed to help out Wichita, and they were really grateful and for my help, and they were impressed. They were like, "Man, this guy just walks up and he knows what he's doing." And one of the guys, the chaplain, I actually know him from before, from personal. And I was telling him, I said, "Yeah, I went to OSU, Oklahoma State University, for fire service training. So I know a lot about, I know how to drag hose and all that stuff." Which actually I'm glad you guys mentioned the wildfires, but and that's another thing that I want to remind everyone about. When you're prepping, when you're prepping your homestead, your off-grid homestead, your house in town or in your small community, wherever you guys live, always prepare for the threat of wildfire, because here in Oklahoma, it doesn't take long for a small grass fire that started from somebody, dragging a chain on the highway to spark a fire on the side of a road, and it get wildfire size. So, and I live, if a wind's coming out of the south, I'm in direct path of if a fire is started on the highway south of town, I'm in the direct path. So make sure you guys are very fire wise with your property, and that's I don't know, Willie, if you saw that video yet that I posted the other day, but even if you guys have a lot of property, a lot of land, and you guys have a tractor and plow, go around your entire property and plow a fire break around that
Yeah.
area, because that will help save your property in a wildfire. And that last video that I posted on how to save your house or how to save your property from wildfire, you can actually see in the first couple of slides in that video, there is a couple of houses that had a wildfire go through and completely destroy everything around the property. But the house and the property itself, the immediate property, was so very well fire-wise that the house was saved. So there's, just because there's a wildfire coming towards you guys that live out in the country, towards your homestead or towards your off-grid cabin, doesn't mean you're going to lose everything. You can go out right now and you can make uh, changes today to help firewise your house. And it's something as simple as keeping trees trimmed down low. Uh, if you have trees close to your house, anything between 6 to 10 foot above, from the ground up, you want to try to keep snags and limbs, low-lying limbs away. Anything, something as simple as clearing the dead leaves off your roof and off of your gutters is enough to help protect your house from wildfire. Make
Yeah.
sure that any flammable material around your house, if you guys have patio furniture, flammable. Keep, in the threat of a wildfire, take your patio furniture, either put it inside or take it and throw it way out away from your house. Uh, wood pile. Keep your wood piles about 50 feet away from your house.
The type of shingles you have on your roof too.
Actually, yes, but most shingles now are actually rated, are actually designed with NFPA regulations. So I think it's type A.
And a lot of people just have wood homes too, made out of wood,
Well, see, that's there were so many tests done with a wood frame house, shingles, and the fire. They actually put hot charcoal on the deck of on a wooden deck of a wood frame house. Red hot charcoal, a shovel full, right on that deck, and right up against the wall where the wall meets the deck, in that little corner, and there was no fire ignition. It smoldered. So you're not going to get a direct flame off of fire embers congregating. It's the debris around your house. It's the leaf litter. It's the
Well, we didn't have any debris in Malibu but the whole neighborhood burned down. It burned down to the ground, and but that was like a flamethrower coming over the hills. So
yeah.
I think we talked about this once before.
That's one thing a lot of people don't realize. Fire going uphill travels 30 times faster than fire at a level grade.
It's the wind, though. I mean, we had the Santa Ana winds, and the fire burned downhill, and
fire does not go up every hill. I've been on hills in Camp Pendleton so steep fire couldn't make it up there, but Marines could.
Right.
Well, but I can just tell you, our place was at the bottom of a hill, and it the whole neighborhood burned down, and it just came over because it was like 50, 60 mile an hour wind, and it just like a flamethrower coming, to all the way. The only thing that stopped it, the fire, was the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah. And
sometimes that's just how it is. But, everything you can do to try to boost your odds of your home not being part of that, you do it.
And a lot of people don't I didn't realize before I started actually as a firefighter, started taking all these classes, and then some of this stuff, they teach you how to be fire wise, and a lot of this stuff is just really common sense. And I didn't realize how simple these things were. Just keep your grass mowed, really
Mhm.
slow. Water your yard. Something as simple as maintaining a nice looking lawn. Watering your yard will raise your chances of your property and house surviving a wildfire.
Absolutely. I've been watering my grass like crazy to make sure it greens up. But I am excited because my peach tree that it finally started showing life is doing great. It went from this little bitty micro little leaves on there to now there's like it's got little leaves all around that stump part of it. So I'm excited. And I think my cherry trees, at least one of them for sure, it has some kind of roots coming off of the stem. So I think it's going to live. So, and my tomatoes decided to go into overdrive, so they're all putting on tomatoes now.
Excellent. So you got
Yeah.
pollinators and everything.
Yes, I'm excited. Mainly it's little mason bees, so I'm excited about that. And then we bought, those,
Brain fart.
Yeah, it's the chicken nesting boxes, but they're 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. They're galvanized tin. We bought that, and then the guy said, "Oh, well, I'm sorry, I have to come get it because I misunderstood the guy that said I could sell them, and he says no. So you have to come get it." But we have everything ready to enclose one part of our little shed out there. There's 3 sections in it. One section of it's going to be for the chicken coop, and we're going to get a solar panel that opens and closes for the doors, so that when the sun goes down, they better be in there because it's gonna close and it'll open when the sun comes up. So they're going to be free ranging, which is really good. So
Oklahoma's phone is dying.
plug it in, boyfriend. Get it done.
Right. Charge that dang thing. We finally get you back. We miss you.
I know.
Okay. John
Well,
Z's superpower is he urinates fire ants.
That sounds
That's
painful.
something
Yes.
but that'd be coming out, wouldn't it?
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. He's a giver, man. Listen.
Essential oils for that.
A plug. Needs a
If it's
plug.
feeling like if it's feeling like you're urinating fire ants, then you probably have a UTI, and you probably need to get some Z's and purification, rub on your lower abdomen and over your.
Probably need antibiotics because you have an
You're going to have
STD.
to write a list of the women folk you've been with because the health department's going to need that.
Yeah, you might want to go see a urologist, son.
A proctologist. I think that's going to take a proctologist. Got to see
or-
what's shaking in there.
If they're fire ants, I guess a zoologist.
Yeah.
Like Wheatree says, try some corn silk tea. That'll help you out.
Oh, Lord. Then they'll just be peeing brown fire ants.
Oh.
Ew, and now he's pooping cobra snakes. God, he's a mess. I told you needed a proctologist.
Yeah, I think you guys should go back to the crotch roller.
Are you watching us while you're on the toilet, John? Is that what we're doing?
You said we weren't allowed to talk about that squibbling.
People can watch YouTube from a cell phone, and they can take a cell phone anywhere. So.
Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, so my granddaughter's mom, she tells me that my granddaughter, when she's over there, for some reason, at her grandpa's house, he catches her pooping outside. She don't want to go in the house to go potty because she's too busy. She don't want to have to stop and go in the house.
Time management.
Oh my gosh, this child. Can you imagine her being in pre-K and the teacher calling and saying, we're having an issue. Chelsea's out here on the playground pooping.
Oh my God. How old is she, Oily?
She's 4.
Wow. That is hysterical. Time management. I like that squib. Yeah, she's got her priorities right.
Why go back inside? That might take a couple extra minutes.
Right? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
John says it's he poops cobra snakes. It's only exiting, no entrances here. And I said I wanted to tell you, yeah, my sister said she wants to get a tattoo on her low back that says exit only.
Ew! Yes.
So if she's ever in a nursing home or a hospital and she can't speak for herself,
Oh God.
sort of like a DNR,
Yes.
but a DNE, do not enter.
Just get a medical bracelet. You don't need a tattoo.
Yeah.
I want one of those bracelets that says "Do not medevac me." I don't really want to lose my house to pay that bill. Thanks for thinking of me. Just let me die in the yard, man.
No. We live so far out. That's the only way you're gonna live.
Yeah, me too. Yep, from the big hospital in Charleston.
Hey, Jared Walsh. Good to see you.
Hey, Jared.
So if you guys have topics that you want to talk about, I'm going back and watching some of BC's videos. I caught part of his video on building a homemade shotgun about a month ago that he posted on Steemit, but I didn't catch all of it. And then he talked about some personal stuff in there about his job and stuff. And I just wanted.
Wait, you're gonna watch other people's videos while on your own show?
That's what I was going to say, Volcano. Like, what the hell, Oily? You can't
Not
multitask like that.
No, not while I'm on my show. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
I thought you wanted us to talk about something because you were busy watching BC's videos.
No.
Okay.
Ah.
Because I have something I want to share.
Okay, share and share alike.
It's little bitty. Let me see if I can screen share. Sometimes this goes south for me. God knows what you're going to see. Okay. Oh, wait, I did it. Okay. All right. Here it is,
All right,
Oily.
Let me present you.
Present me. As you know, I live on the coast of South Carolina, and we have a thing called hurricanes, tropical winds. So we built our house, and they give you for a break on your wind, hail, flood, earthquake insurance, they give you those covers for your windows. So my husband is working on pimping them up because he did put them up for Matthew. And if you can see, because it's particle board, but it's sealed, he's added a piece of wood to the top and a hook system that lets him hook them because we're 12 feet off the ground. These two windows happen to be off our deck, which is easy to get to. So this is going to allow him to work his way up onto the deck to get that done. So, and I think I have a closer one, let me see, of just kind of so you can't afford 3/4 plywood. You know what I mean? You just can't. So to do it, and anything that's up there is going to get some damage to it through time. So let me see if I can find the right window. Good Lord Almighty!
Well, how many windows is you covering?
I got a lot of windows. I got 3 in my billiard room. I got 3 in my living room, 3 in my bedroom, 3 in my guest room, and them 2 you see right there. It's a house. I have a view. So now let me find it. Lord, this is like rocket science. Here it is.
Southern
Here's the
exposure.
close-up. Oily, can you see it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he pimped that up with a little piece of wood, and because we're 60, he's got to be able to get that up the ladder, and his hooks hook onto the ladder as he moves it up. Then it's easy for him, and I'll go ahead and click stop sharing.
So it's not just the expensive 3/4 plywood; it's also the weight.
Exactly. Yes.
Because it's about $25 a sheet.
Oh yeah, and then you got to be able to get them up there. And for God's sake, we're 60 years old, and we just want to save our winter, kind of. You know, it's just we just would like to have not water incursion that way. Now, when we lived in Spain, they come with those real nice hurricane shutters. It was in the north of Spain, but they get funkadelic with mildew. And then, you know, they come down, they're kind of metal, but they're way open on the sides.
How many windows total did you say you have in your house? It sounds like 21 or something.
No, I have like 15.
15, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, hell, if I had 5, I still got to do something, right? So we looked at those. Those are $1,800 a window. in the U.S. And they're open like 3 inches on the side. So even though you're rolling them down like a window shade, those didn't work. And you can't count on having a handyman, when you got these big multi-million-dollar houses, where they're going to be putting on their hurricane shutters. So, and we had a tropical storm right now in the Atlantic, but it's dissipating and falling apart. So he's been slowly, since Matthew in August, working on pimping up. So we're kind of excited because he got it done in a way that I can't manage it. If he were not here or dead, I couldn't hook that up the stairs, but at least he's a man and he can do it.
It really is helpful though to have like the weather underground or be able to see like the storms coming on yes. The internet on a satellite, so when you have to prepare.
And back in the day, remember, like I lived through Camille and Betsy, BC probably did too. We didn't have the warning systems that we had now. So I left during Matthew. My husband stayed, but I was like, you're well insured. You're a real good looking guy. There's something broken up there because he didn't grow up and live through Hurricane Camille and Betsy. You don't know what you don't know, right? So, but at least he came up with a system that we can work as we get older, or he can work. And I can certainly get another older man in my neighborhood. So our carpenter came and looked at it, a friend who's a carpenter and a builder, and they thought it was brilliant. They're like, this is what we're going to do, because they're getting older and they're doing these mansions with 2 stories, 16 feet off the ground, plus 2 stories, and they're dying, and they can't charge enough to make it worth it. You know what I mean?
Now, with the modern advanced warning systems that we have, do you have a designated location that's further inland for you to bug out to? All right.
Yes. Yeah. And you have to. And remember, in October, we had the apocalypse, which was the entire state got, 24 inches of rain? And there was nowhere to run then, but we're 12 feet up in the air. Now, I don't really want to see water lapping under my house, but it could happen because my truck can't swim.
I think we had 15 hurricanes that were either hit or near misses last hurricane season in Hawaii.
It was wicked. And remember, too, when you're putting up something like that, you can't wait till a day before because the winds are already here. So you're going to be sealing yourself in a box. And BC can attest to this. Once you board up your windows and you're in it and the power goes out, because even my solar batteries don't power my AC, it's going to get a little warm if you're up in there. You know what I mean? So.
Did you see that awesome grill that BC made out of a old propane tank? Oh, y'all have to check it out. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of work. Night, Vern.
He said good night, Oily.
It is a beautiful piece of work. I love it.
Oh, I gotta look at it. I love all his videos.
Watching the water rush under your house. We don't have too much threat of that here in western Oklahoma. Our threat is not enough rain. Although it does look a bit like the Snake River if we get a heavy downpour at once, but it doesn't take it much to subside. So.
No, apparently you're at threat of burning down at any given moment. How can y'all have fires that spread so fast if you ain't got no trees?
It's the love grass. This is grasslands. We're just like 20 miles as the crow flies from the Black Kettle National Grassland.
Yeah, but I mean, that's easier to put out and that's easier to contain than a forest on fire. It doesn't, forest really spreads fast.
The love grass that's around our house is very highly flammable even when it is green.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when you have a bunch of trees, you have, 50, 60, 70-foot trees packed in densely, and those are on fire. That they really launch the sparks, and they're really hard to put out. Whereas grass, I mean, even though it can spread quickly, still, well, maybe it's because the population is so spread out.
It's the wind, and there's not anything stopping it. There is no trees to kind of slow. The wind takes
oh no, you don't want trees. They ain't gonna slow it down. They'll make it worse.
Well, all I know is, hey, the end of the road. The end of the world as we know it, TO20 Man is here. Hey, I'm glad you made it. Good to see you. Y'all have to check out his channel also. He's over on Steemit exclusively now. If you've got a Steemit channel, you have to check him out. He has some wonderful stuff on there. But yeah, I guess it's just because of the wind. We just have such, I mean, it's nothing for us to have 30 miles. Our regular wind here in western Oklahoma is 25 to 30 miles per hour, and we get up to straight line winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour with gusts up to 80 something. So
that just sweeps it over, right? And then of course it's dry already. I watched this stupid show, Alaska Bush People, because it's hysterical because they're fakers. But the kid was climbing up in a tree in Alaska and pulling out that like fire starter stuff. You may know what it's called, Squib.
The
but it is
magnesium?
it's like a fuzzy little thing, and it's what ignited them in Canada and caused their fires to get so close to their remote villages. Is this stuff is just, you know, it's fire starter hanging from trees.
Oh, you mean the moss?
That one.
The moss.
That one? Oh.
It's similar to a moss, but it's kind of looks like a little piece of peat moss, but it's all over the trees hanging down.
old man's beard.
That's it. Yeah, it's beard something. Yeah, they called it the beard trees. They're known as the beard trees. Thank you, because I had a total brain just void because I was reading that.
You helped me earlier when I had that. I have those all the time. Well, TO20 Man, we are talking about just this week is just kind of random topic night on prepping and stuff. We've got a few minutes left if you think of anything you want to talk about.
I did want to say that as far as prepping chats go, this Saturday, the 15th, at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, Travis P11 from Gun Channels. He's also got a channel on YouTube, Travis P11. He's going to be doing a prepping chat. I won't be able to make that chat because, well, I might be able to make it, but we're leaving for vacation right around that time. So maybe I can, maybe I can't. But I just wanted to let you know. I got an email from him today about it, so.
I didn't hear about it.
We're not having our chat next Thursday because we're going on vacation and we won't be back until the following week. But we will have chat again the following week. So.
Are you going camping, Oily?
Well, glamping.
Yeah.
We're going to the mountains. We're going to go and take our side-by-side, our Rhino, and we're going to take it and go driving some trails up in the mountains, and hopefully the heat film that's over that right now will move away because it had been around 70 miles per hour around there. And
so
now,
if you're going to the mountains, that means Colorado.
Sort of.
I mean, there's no mountains in Oklahoma, right?
No. Well, there are mountains in Oklahoma, eastern Oklahoma or southern, but no, we're going to New Mexico.
Oh, excellent.
Where are you going, Squib? Fishing or?
We're going to Florida.
Ooh, it's going to be hot.
Oh, wow.
I know. Why don't we go to Florida in the winter when it's cold in Michigan? Because the kids are out of school. That's why.
Right.
We're going to make a stop first before we go to Florida, and we're going to stop in Mobile because I want to see the USS Alabama.
Awesome.
Oh, you'll love it. You're going to the Redneck Riviera, baby. That's what Mobile is. That's just,
If I stay down there long enough, my southern accent will come back. Yeah.
Yes, it will. You're going to be, and you're going to walk funny, too.
Well, we got to pass through Georgia on the way back, and I'm going to make sure that we go through Albany because I used to live there. I can show them where I grew up, and one of the places I grew up, and, you know, the middle school where I used to get in fist fights every day at the bus stop. And
Right, living. Now, when you go through Georgia, teach them all how to pick their nose so they'll fit in. Because every time I go through Georgia, people are driving and digging for gold. And I'm like, do you know we can see you and you're a woman and that's disgusting? But just so they'll fit in with the natives, like going to Kentucky and taking out one of your teeth so people think you're from around there.
Oh, brother.
Well, that's going to be a great trip. Has your wife been there and seen where you grew up?
No.
Cool.
No, I haven't taken the family to North Carolina or Georgia or South Carolina. I mean, we've been through the states, but we went near Beaufort once, and I said, "Oh, it's over that way," and then we just kept going to Hilton Head. So next year, I'd like to take them down to North Carolina, and if we can, pass through South Carolina, and then head on back. So
USS
Great.
Alabama a cruiser or a battleship?
battleship, South Dakota class. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so are we going to do another battleship show?
Maybe. It all
Or
depends.
a battleship and submarine combo?
Yeah, because they have a sub there. So,
Oh.
Have you been to Patriots Point here in South Carolina in Charleston Square?
No, I would like to go. I would like to go.
It-
Was that the?
It is the coolest going through
Yorktown?
that submarine. Yeah.
Yep. The Yorktown's there, and yeah, sub and some other stuff.
But you will love the one in Mobile. It's just great. I don't know. And I love Alabama. I like Bama boys. I don't want to take one to keep. We just played with them. But Alabama is just the cat's pajamas to me. They're big. They're dumb. I like them. They lift heavy things, kill bugs, shoot crap, hunt.
Except for the coast, Alabama's a bunch of hills and pine trees.
There was a bunch of tall, good old boys that girls
my
from Louisiana
goodness.
liked. We just played with them. We didn't take them to keep. We sent them right back to Alabama. But it's your wife's gonna be do a little drooling down there. So don't get mad at her.
No, she won't. I'm about the only
They're
redneck.
fine.
No, my wife's a Yankee, so I'm about the only redneck she likes.
No, they're fine. She's gonna be looking at them in them Wrangler jeans, going, "Dang."
Nah, she's gonna be going. They living in a trailer? Yeah, that ain't for me.
Trailers are not. Do you know double wides are $99,000? Those darn things are awesome.
I got no problem living in a double wide, but my wife's from up here. It's just not the way they do things. So
Yeah, when you think Snow White, but let me tell you what you see when you come to South Carolina on the coast, the grooviest thing ever. And if we'd have known that you could do this, we'd have bought property here 22 years ago. They take a single wide trailer, put it up on 12-foot integrated piers, and now instead of coming to rent a place for $3,000 a week because you're paying their taxes, everything, wind, hail, flood, you could come and then later build your house. It is the most brilliant freaking thing you've ever seen.
well, I mean, you got that house on stilts. I remember seeing those up on the beach there, Emerald Isle, North Carolina, and that sort of thing. And those were the real expensive houses and whatnot. But every time they had a hurricane come through, it knocked them down. I mean, I just
Wait, Post and Pier doesn't get knocked down just because there's a hurricane. I mean,
you ain't been on the Barrier Islands.
They do in Galveston, the darn Skippy.
Well,
they just white, and the ones that survive Volcano, it looks like the house is fine, but the windows, everything has gone through it. Yeah.
We
Well, it
treat
depends.
ours
Don't-
like a condo.
It's
Yeah,
just to
I
keep
mean-
you out of the water.
yeah, they have like regulations if you build on the coast that it has to be so many feet high in post and pier construction.
If you're far enough inland, yes, it'll keep you off the water. If you're right there
Yes.
on the water,
Done.
it's not. Yeah, they're just tied down so you
piers
float
will-
away.
Yeah, the piers will actually give way and it falls into the road. It just leans over. In our case, we built the Florida standard strap down roof, caulk down roof. Screw that minimum code crap. When you build your forever house, go big.
I mean, really,
Yep.
I would love to have a log house, but
Termites.
not Michigan Northern White Cedar. Ain't getting no termite in that.
Oh, now that's cool because I've had two friends in log homes and they just get the rotten funk, and it's like, oh my god! But I think they are so beautiful. I go to tour those, when they open up an open house somewhere, and they are just magnificent. Like being in a lodge somewhere. They're amazing.
You guys weren't at. I don't know. Did I show them that underground cave, the house with the lava tube? Was that on air or off air? After no, there's this house for sale on where I live, and I mean on my island, and it's like there's a underground natural lava tube that it's all lit up with different colored electrical lights, and it's just. I'll try and dig it up and screen share it for you because you just gotta see it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It is really gorgeous. I would just be scared if lava was there once, want it to have a possibility of coming again. Hey, Rain.
Well, if the volcano explodes, but I mean, let's see.
Did y'all see
Where
that
were
there
we
was
in?
a point something over there in Montana near, right near Yellowstone?
I saw some stuff about the Yellowstone supervolcano, but
Yeah, there
recently
was some
earthquakes in Montana or something.
There was a 5 point something quake, and then there was like 15 aftershocks right after that. So.
Well, the thing about the Yellowstone is if it goes, it goes. There's nothing we can do.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's no prepping for that,
Nope.
really.
Well, yeah, grab your ankles.
Kiss your rump goodbye.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you have a great time on your vacation, both of you.
Talking Namming Country is also over there on Steemit. She has great content that is about off-grid living and living the country life basically. And she is a wealth full of knowledge. So you need to check out her page over there.
Say it again, Oily.
Teotwalkie Man, I was telling him to check out Rain Country over on Steemit.
Got you.
And over here on YouTube. So, anyway, well, guys, we're over our hour. Again, we won't be here next week because I'll be on vacay. Sorry. If y'all want to meet up and chat, that's great. I'll figure it out amongst yourselves because I'm going to be gone.
You get gone with Squib.
Yeah, me and Squib are meeting up somewhere. Shh.
Me and Volcano need to have adult supervision. We can't have a chat by ourselves. Have you met him? Good God, what the hell's wrong with you?
What? What's wrong with me?
We'll get her
You're the
damn
one with
channel
trot.
I don't have trotch. I have powder in my bug out bag. Okay, trench foot. Okay, so I'm not playing with him without somebody as an intermediary. I'm not blowing up
You
Oily's
need a
channel.
referee.
So
Yeah.
we will see you the week after next. Not this next Thursday, but the week after. We love y'all. We thank you very much for coming. Good to see everyone. And all the newbies, good to see you too. And all the ones that are faithful to come. I appreciate it. I love each and every one of you. Have a great evening. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye, guys.
Aloha.
Bye.